So the way I'd like to do this is you have wonderful, talented people here. I think we've all enjoyed the presentation. Something they said along the way may have tweaked a question for you, and that's great if you can keep the question very concise. If you want to aim it at a particular person, just say so. But also, I know there are people here representing a number of different organizations. So if you want to introduce yourself before your question, and if you represent an organization, introduce that as well. And if you wanted to make a brief statement that wasn't actually a question, that's fine too, but the key there is brief. We have half an hour. So Sid reminded, I think it was Sid, did you tell me this the other day that the Gettysburg Address was 2 minutes long? So if they could do that in 2 minutes, surely you can make a statement or a question in less than 2 minutes. And I'll say to the people who are up here, you don't need to feel that you need to answer anything that's said, question or statement. We can listen to other people talk. Amongst the various things that didn't seem to work in this room, the portable mic, I could not get it working. So you're just going to have to broadcast loudly, stand up where you are and speak good and loud so we can hear you and the rest of the room can hear you, and keep it to 2 minutes. Marilyn and I will keep an eye on the time. And I won't guarantee that everybody's going to get a chance to speak, but I will be looking out there and trying to do some sort of random figuring out what the order should be. So who would like to speak first? Raise your hand. Yes, thank you. And I'll take note in the back, but I'll just take note of it.
When I was in business, I was in the seafood business for 40 years. This is the company I worked for at the time. During the last presentation of Cook Aquaculture in Lunenburg, there was a meeting such as this. And I stood up and I said, from my information, the Norwegians have stopped any additional pens because of the pollution they were creating. That was decades ago. At the same time, they stopped all the mink farms. And guess where the mink farms came? They came to Nova Scotia. The same government has passed the Cook's operation. And in my opinion, from my experience, if you want to stop this thing, everyone here and their husbands or wives or partners will call their local representatives, provincial representatives, and say, if you pass that fish farm, you are dead. And after you call that 1 week, call the following week. Make a crisis in the political situation, because they're going to pass what they want. The heck with all the meetings that we've had here, the meetings that we had in Lunenburg. It did not work. Political pressure will work. It's up to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I saw this fellow here, and then I'll go to the back after that. So.
Thank you. One thing that Brian didn't mention in the Protect Livable Pay was the fact that they went to the council, the municipality has a motion opposing the fish farm of Cook. The other thing he didn't mention was the Chamber of Commerce in Queens has also opposed the fish farms of Cook. So there is some hope if we can organize and do something, right? I know Sid is doing some, as he mentioned, in the next few weeks, so that's extremely important. Do that to get that support, because going forward, we can stop this from
several of our board members, and many are in the room here, we went to our council. Unfortunately, our council meetings are Tuesday morning at 9. Most people work. But we went every time with letters and with our 5-minute open conversation to them. We educated our council. And every week, it took us 6 months. And we had 1 or 2 councillors that were on our side in the beginning, but they ran a motion, and unfortunately our mayor voted for Cook Aquaculture to come in board, but 5 out of 3 said no, we're behind you. So it does help. I mean, you just have to keep on every member of parliament, your MLAs, your MPs, whatever, just keep on them.
Brian, does that mean that your council actually passed a motion opposing the expansion?
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
And they will, yes, it took a lot of work. They will go to the ARB meeting. They will present a letter to them saying that Council, Queens County, do not want to support Cook aquaculture expansion. So it was a battle, but we won.
We're going back here.
Thomas.
Thomas Trappenberg, leader of the Green Party of Nova Scotia. I do have a question, but I would say, you know, trying to convince a lot of councillors doesn't always work. Run for it. There are lots of people. I had the luck to work a little bit with Sustainable Blue. What a fantastic technology. One of the problems was always that we are also fishing still, you know, scraping the bottom of our oceans to feed them. So it's wonderful, wonderful to see this development to look for alternatives. So all this technology is fairly new. So what would it take to roll it out in a much better, in a much bigger scale in Nova Scotia?
I'll give that one to Jim then.
So, and thank you. All of these businesses are being, I took a long time with Sustainable Blue because I wasn't quite sure we were there to the degree that it would work like it should, but I think we've got it there. The original movie you saw there at the beginning was about 100 tons. We're now at 500 tons of production, and we've just raised enough capital to go to 1,900 tons. And I'm anticipating a couple licensing agreements coming in the next year or two for other locations, which, to me, you keep the head office here, but build them in the United States and places like that where you're close to market. This business of growing fish in Chile and flying it to Kansas is kind of crazy when you think of it. So, if you really want to do damage to the net pen industry, they can only go in remote places like Nova Scotia. I hate to say we're remote, but we are. That's one of the beauties why we all love to live in here. They'd never get this built off of Boston Harbor or anywhere, Newport or anywhere. So they pick on weak jurisdictions, in my opinion, where we have unemployment problems. And they pick on our politicians, and they're very good at it. And we all want jobs, but these create jobs. I think they're great jobs and smart ways to do business, in my opinion. So, to answer your question, we're in the middle of fundraising for all of them. I think we're going to be successful. People really like this story, so it's our intention to get them from non-profit to profit and grow them, because that's how you have an impact and make the world change. The other thing I'd add, I'm amazed to see the number of people we have here today. And all of you have the most powerful weapon in the world, the phone. So go home, tell your friends, tell your families. And my suggestion would be we have the next meeting in the Liverpool Arena. It's a beautiful facility. It's halfway between head of St. Margaret's Bay all the way around to St. Mary's Bay. You should be able to put 3,000 or 4,000 people in there. And then you make a statement about what you want and what you don't want for Nova Scotia. And if we all tell 10 people, there's 200 and some odd here, that's 2,500. So that's just my suggestion.
We go to this woman here.
Yes, I'm just wondering how much time we have. When do we expect the government to make the decision?
Lots of people could speak to that. Casey, you're closest.
For St. Mary's Bay, anyway, our option to lease is the end of March. Is that kind of the same around here? Yeah, so we have till the end of March for Cermag to decide if they're going to go forward or not, if they're going to deem our bay is good enough to ruin or not. So.
But they asked for an extension.
They had,
Probably-
yes, this is their first extension already.
And
Yeah,
now
they've
asked for
already,
another.
yeah, they already asked for an extension 6 months ago. So it's done the end of March. They're going to decide if they're going to go forward or not.
Or ask for another extension. Eric had a question. Yeah, I'll come over here.
Just one question, are they still providing you with the environmental audit as part and parcel of there's no environmental audits being done by anybody?
Zero. The government does not need, that left with Harper. So there is no environmental assessments being done. They do a scoping, and I think, Ron, I think the scoping reports are like 1,000 pages. So who's going to read it? Right?
Well, the only thing about, I'm just thinking back when we were in the trenches on the Eastern Shore, one of the things that we'd overlooked and we came back up with was the wild fish again, because as talk was after, I mean, these pens are just decimating what stock we have left in our rivers. But there still are fish and remnants. As Jim says, we just don't know how tough they are because they just keep coming back, that 100 or 200 or 300 fish. But the migratory routing of those fish is hugely important under federal protocol legislation, and if nobody has any audits on where they are, if they got to swim through this, you're going to kill every last one of them. And so you may want to get a group who's perhaps a little bit more in tune. Jim used to have me write letters, but they had to be audited by somebody before they went out. Right? So, but that really, there was one stop in New Brunswick a number of years ago, and it was stopped because they didn't know the migratory routing, and I think that had a lot to do with what went on the Eastern Shore as well. So some of you down here get together and try and figure that one out.
I think we had Chris here from the Atlantic Salmon Federation. Is Chris still here? There he is. Do you want to comment on that wild salmon situation in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, so I mean, as E.T. raised, that is, and Jim has raised as well. I've only been hearing part of the conversation. I'm stuck in the hall the entire time, but yes, that's certainly something that we're quite concerned about. The wild Atlantic salmon populations along this shore are in the process of being listed as an endangered species. There's still some good populations present. And we are the Atlantic Salmon Federation and our counterpart here in Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia Salmon Association, are fighting hard for those fish. And we've been lobbying the government quite effectively to try and put protections and stop farms like this for that reason. And that's why we're here today.
Great, thank you for speaking on that. And Lauren.
Lauren Johansson. I was recently tasked with submitting a report to the Tourism Industry Association of Nova Scotia on the status of open pen fish farming, aquaculture in general. I did a report in 2013. I've got a background in environmental science, so this is very dear to me. But several of the members representing various organizations contributed to this, and I'd like to thank you. I'd also like to thank you for your passion. It's extremely important to get right. And so I'm focusing a little bit on tourism at the moment, but as I say, my background is science as well, so I'm passionate from that standpoint. I just wanted to mention we're from the West Coast, and in 1998, there was a decline in demand for farm fish in the lower mainland of British Columbia. No one in Vancouver by the year 2000 would dare order farm fish in a restaurant, and if they tried, they couldn't get it because all the restaurants just stopped doing it, period. So I do have a question here. The question is, what would you say are the negative impacts for tourism? I saw figures up there which indicated it's huge, 2.6 billion, theoretically heading towards 4 billion. What will be the impact on that industry?
I think anyone here could answer it, although I'm kind of looking in Sid's direction, because one of the things about St. Margaret's Bay and Mahone Bay is that they're arguably the busiest bays in Nova Scotia for tourism. So, Sid, do you want to tackle tourism a little bit? Or?
Well, I think it's fairly obvious. Do you want to be cleaning salmon scum off your boat and your mooring lines and your wharf? And who the hell wants to come to a beach that's covered with salmon slime or covered with debris from fish pens? I can tell you that this summer, I and some other people sailed from the St. John River down to Passamaquoddy Bay. We were dodging fish pen debris all the way, and we were told to have a lookout on the bow because you are going to hit something, and sure enough, one of us did.